Look at us go. Last year, Premier League champions, now going to be in the Champions League this year. Obviously, the Premier League, the best division in the entire world. And if you look at our rivals, we have some rivals. We've got Wolves, we've got Aston Villa. I've got a new rival for you, boys and girls. I am so mad. So, you'd think, Champions League, one best league in the world. Players would want to come to us in flocks. No. I can tell you why not. RC Lens is why not. And you look at them, and you think, yeah, not a bad football club. They've been dancing around mid-table in League 1, the Farmers League. I'm putting it out there, the Farmers League, for seasons now. For seasons. Nothing about them. Half a star reputation less than us. No European football. I mean, there's just no way they're a better team than me. I will show you right now why Football Manager does not care if you're in the Champions League or not. Players just sign whoever they want to sign for. So, if we go back all the way to here, Trincao, I tried to sign him. He accepted RC Lens instead. Going on to this son, Andrea Fincocchi, tried to sign him. Went to RC Lens instead. Wendell, tried to sign him. Went to RC Lens instead. Diogo Costa, tried to sign him. Went to RC Lens instead. The other two I can't actually claim. But I think for the first wee bit of this transfer window, Lens just looked at the players I was trying to sign and were like, yeah, they're doing good scouting over there. They're winning the league. Let's sign them. Hey guys, and welcome back to the 26th episode of the FM23 West Brom Save with me, Raxo FM, where today it is our first game in the new season of the Premier League where we're going to be versing Chelsea. But first, I want to play this Community Shield on camera to see how we fare against Liverpool and to see how our new signings do. Honestly, all four of those players were like my top targets, and Lens have signed them all. So, not chuffed with that side, but we still made some okay transfers. We brought in a lot of money, obviously, as I always do. And if you guys are excited for today's episode, please make sure you do smash the like button, as well as subscribing to the Raxo FM YouTube channel so you don't miss more Football Manager content just like this. We are in the Champions League, so this will be a very interesting year. Of course, defending champions too, so who knows how we can do. And let's jump straight into, the like target. That's right. Can we please get 15 likes on today's video to celebrate all of those good things? And now let's jump into the transfers. We have spent a pretty penny, £54 million. It's not as much as we could have spent, and it did start, of course, all the way back here. No players sold apart from, Marco Verratti, £1 million, got rid of him. Not too phased about selling him, as he only made 4 appearances for us. But then if we go to the signings on this page, I know that we brought in 2 players here. Dobby, who was a youngster, who I thought would be slightly better, but isn't too bad. And Nico Williams, £15 million we brought this man in for. 19.5 could eventually rise to. And he comes in as a perfect right back or left back. And honestly, I think he is the best right back at the club. Even with Emerson Royale at the club, I do really think he is a bit better than him. And the reason why I'm not comparing him directly is because if you go down here, I thought he was so much better. I just sold him. Emerson Royale no longer a member of the football team. And it is because of bringing in Williams. I'm not going to beat around the bush. That's exactly why. Has he quite got the most experience? Has he quite got the most ability? No. But he is 2 years younger. I think he's just as good, if not better. And I don't feel the need to be playing Emerson Royale anymore. Happy to make a very tidy profit on him of, £19 million? Is my math correct? It is correct there. That is a very good transfer profit for us. And I'm sure Juventus aren't going to complain with a decent squad player at right back. Still got some experience. Still got some time to improve. Yeah, not bad. In fact, we sold both of our right backs. Skelly, again, leaving the club for £20 million, a great profit on him there. Not quite at the level. This one I was much happier with, but I certainly am a little bit nervous about how we are coping with that right back loss. And we sold another defender in the back positions. Miranda has left the club. £24 million he's left for, so £20 million worth of profit. Can't complain about that. Again, another one that I just think wasn't quite at the standard that we needed. Could have brought in some money for him, so I did, and I'm happy to get him a good fee for him. Papella, a player that I brought in on a free years ago, finally left the club for £3.9 million. Loaned out a couple of players that I'll talk about in a minute. Gibbs White came back from loan. We brought him in years ago, if you remember, and now we've made a good profit of like 6 mil. It didn't look like we were going to make a nice profit for a while, so I'm very happy with that. Next, over onto the signings. That's what you want to know about. We've brought in a new goalkeeper, and this is because we couldn't get Diogo Costa, and it's not a replacement for Lafont. Diogo Costa would have been serious competition for him, but I do really want a second choice goalkeeper that will be pushing for Lafont's spot if Lafont isn't playing amazingly, and also just to have some good rotation. So Turati comes into the club for just £5 million, and I know for a fact I'll be able to sell him on for a profit in the future. So welcome, happy to have you. Hopefully you improve. Ryan Gravenberch, the first of many free signings in this one. 2-star current ability, 2.5 star, sorry. 3-star potential coming in from Bayern. Not quite reaching that potential that we know he does have, but I'm hoping he still has the time to reach it. Either way, we'll make a huge profit on him when we eventually sell him. Another player that I brought in, such a good deal. This one, a free transfer coming in for just like, what, £66,000 a week with £50 million now. Not going to play many games at all, but of course I'm going to sell him in the future, and good rotation cover for us right now. Next man, unfortunately, did not get a work permit, so he's been loaned out straight away. But again, it's a great fee in terms of bringing him in on a free, and probably going to sell him for like £20 million in the future. It's just the way I do business at the moment. And another left back, right back option has come in because, of course, we got rid of a couple. And this one I think is probably the best of the bunch. Aaron Hickey comes in as a 3.5 star, good Premier League player. And I think he is already looking the part. 25 years of age, room to improve, I would say. Comes in from Brentford. And there is one thing I didn't really say about my wing backs. Both him and Williams were brought in from relegated clubs, and that's why I got them so cheap. But they're still bargains. I can't complain about that. Oh yeah, more wing backs. Grimaldo comes in as another option at left back. Still got Silas, of course, but this man just gives us more cover. And Atal again comes in, but right back cover this time, because we actually did need right back cover. The Grimaldo one was, to be honest, more just, I know I'll sell them for a profit. It's so easy to bring people on a free, sell them for a profit, and that's how I always end up with like £90 million of sales every single season. But then the big signing that we have made is Noni Madueke. He was on the transfer list for a long time, eventually came down to £22.5 million, was actually negotiating at like 31, but couldn't quite get the contract talks across the line. As soon as it came down here, I was like, okay, I can justify spending a bit more on him. So we are paying him about £150,000 a week, but he's still a really good player, still got room to improve, 25 years of age, fills that left wing, right wing, cam, all those positions really well. I think he's going to be a real fighter for that first team spot this season. And English is crucial with the Champions League coming up, so very happy to welcome him to the club. And that's all the signings that we have made, but not all the signings I want to make, and I'm hoping that we get this one across the line before we play our first Premier League game. It is Andrew Bamidele. I'm really sorry I can't say that. Andrew is what I'll call him if we do end up signing him. He's played for Norwich all his life, but I think his stats are just incredibly good. I think he will play incredibly well, and we've kind of needed that lockdown, incredible centre-back for a long time. I think that Anthony is great. I think he has been playing out of his skin for a while, to be honest. I think his stats don't quite suggest he's as good as he has been playing. I'm worried that might catch up to him if we're playing that many games with the Champions League coming thick and fast, and yeah, Premier League as well. So lots of options at centre-back I'm hoping to have with him coming in, and £53 million still to spend, so it should be enough to get him across the line. But that's my key target for now. Obviously, other ones in there, as you can see, but the transfers are not done. But that is all I can talk about in terms of transfers that are done right now. This is the team that we're going with for this Liverpool game. I'm hoping it's a quick game, because I do want to fly through this match so that we can focus on the first Premier League match. But I thought, if I win silverware, I would want you guys to see it. We've won 2 trophies with this club. I actually need to check, because it's really going to bother me if I don't. Profile, milestones, we won the championship, and we won the Premier League. So that's it. Two trophies. That's still pretty good, to be fair. But this would be a great one to have. Third trophy to our name, and this is the team that we're going with. Debuts for Madueke, Williams, Hickey, and some players on the bench obviously could be coming on. A couple of lads looking like they might be leaving the club, by the way. Edwards just can't find a spot for him anymore, to be honest, with Hall, Stevenson, Bargy, even like the youngsters coming through the ranks, like Trebelsi, who you guys saw me sign on deadline day, still hasn't really gotten a chance in the first team. So it's tough competition. And Edwards, although had a great season last year, is getting kind of older, and probably not quite as good as some of those other players. So I think I might sell him if I get the opportunity to on the transfer list right now. Same with Mariba, just players coming through the ranks. This guy, not quite as good as them. Plenty of options. So sales coming left, right and centre. Could be bringing in some fresh faces, but this is the team. Not many fresh faces. Williams, Hickey, Madueke, as I said before. 2 championship level, well, if I didn't sign them, players in the first team, which is kind of worrying, but it is interesting that they've literally gone from, bottom of the Premier League to top of the Premier League. But I'm sure they won't complain. I think they are upgrades on... Maybe Williams isn't quite an upgrade on Emerson, but I love how well-rounded it is. Like, his stats look really good. I think he will be good. I think Hickey is definitely an improvement on Miranda, though, especially with the potential that I believe he does have. But let's just jump into the game. That's the only thing that we can do at this point. Hope we get a decent result. Liverpool must have won the FA Cup, because obviously we didn't win the FA Cup and we won the league, so that means they definitely won the FA Cup, because that's what the Community Shield is. And this is the team that we're versing. It's not that good. It's really not that good. I think we've versed Liverpool before on camera quite recently. In fact, I'm going to check it really quick, because I think we won, like, comfortably too. No, it was a 2-2 draw. But we started well. That's why I thought it was a comfortable win. So if we could start well and then continue really well for the whole game instead of just, the start, it's exactly what we need. So let's do that right here, right now, today. First highlight looks like it is coming Liverpool's way, and I haven't meant to rhyme there, but I'm not going to complain. Is that can I justify that as another rhyme? Complain with day and the other thing I said? I'm claiming it. I'm claiming it. But the shot eventually does go wide. It doesn't look like we're quite putting on as much pressure as I would want, or getting the attacking opportunities I would want. So bringing it down to balance to sort of counteract the fact that they're potentially the better of the two sides here. Give them a bit more respect, and hopefully that means that we can get some counter-attacking opportunities, just like we could here. Lay on it. Trying to find a ball long, can't find Mudryk, but we do get Hickey picking it up. Hickey back into Lay, who was only in, of course, because of Omeragic, being out with an injury at the moment. I'm not sure how long he's out, but I think it is a bit of a lengthy one. So Lay comes into the team. That is a soft penalty. In fact, I would argue he wasn't even on the pitch, but it is a penalty, and it is probably Mohamed Salah stepping up to the plate. Lafont can't save it, and it's 1-0 in the Carabao Cup. Not the Carabao Cup. I mean, it feels as important as the Carabao Cup, to be honest. The Community Shield final, that's not what we want. Liverpool have a couple of these in the bank, I'm sure. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I feel confident they probably have a couple of these in the bank. But I want this. I really do want this Community Shield. It'll look good in our trophy cabinet. I'm sure West Brom haven't got many in their lives. Let's get one here. Lay, mate. You are lucky you have come in with a toe there to stop that from going even on target. That was great, but the pass, not great. And you can't even say you're not match fit. I'm pretty sure you're match fit, because you've been playing some games during pre-season, and it's even though he has made the block, Carvalho comes up, heads it into the back of the net, and this looks like Liverpool's day. In fact, I'm going to have to make tactical changes at halftime if Liverpool don't, if this doesn't change, because it is certainly going to be Liverpool's way if things don't change. And Tsimikas is on the ball. It's them on the ball, attacking once again, unless we somehow manage to win the ball back like we do there. Madueke back into Williams, creating a bit of a early partnership, I'm hoping. But Carvalho, again, pouncing, doing really well, and our defender's not quite doing enough. And I think it's probably time to make that change, because we can't sit here let Liverpool win the ball against our defenders in those kind of positions. Let's give this a crack. Madueke as an inside forward might do slightly better on that right hand side, playing with Almada as a cam. Put some pressure, positive mentality. I mean, it can't go much worse than what's happening right now, can it? So we'll give it a crack. Mudryk does manage to make the tackle, and everyone runs away from that ball like Moses parting the Red Sea. Oh my goodness, that was comical. I would love to see a replay of that, but we won't. The ball comes through here, and our players just go shoo, 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 shoo. Like, what are you on about, team? Like, that is why there's no desire here. That's the issue. We've won the prem, and everyone's happy. We've had our story. We've had our moment. We've had our Leicester City winning the title season. I'm not done, boys. I don't know about you, but I'm bringing in players like Madueke. I'm trying to bring in youngsters who are going to better this team. I'm going to bring in players that are going to improve us, get us into the Champions League next season, get us to win the Champions League eventually, and win the Premier League again in the process. But right now, you guys are not showing that same desire. I'm just putting it out there. If you could put that into a shout, I think that would be a good shout, but I think it's probably closest to it is demand more. So we're going to try demand more. And that really would have been a good halftime team talk. That just came out of the heart, boys and girls. I wasn't even trying to be inspirational. That was just terrible from us. And this formation is working even worse. I don't know what else to do now. I think it's gone. It's gone, that's for sure. We're not winning this Community Shield. I can tell you that much for free. But we need to find a way to make it a respectable second half. Absolutely terrible performance. And who comes off is the question. Madueke on a 6.2. He's coming off. I feel bad, but he's coming off on his debut. Hall's coming on. You know what you're going to get with Hall. You might not get the most insane performance, but you'll get something half decent. We're also going to keep Gakpo on, but bring Stevenson on. Mudryk coming off. Ryder, one of the most consistent players for us recently. Going to bring him off. Going to bring Timber on because he's slightly more defensively solid. And those are 3 substitutes made straight away at halftime, hoping that it makes a difference. We haven't changed the formation, so we're still attacking, but Gakpo on that left wing might give us something different. Those players in the mixer might give us something different. Here it is, Timber on the ball. Gallagher plays it over to Almada. If you could score there, it would have potentially given us this tiniest sliver of hope, but no, I wouldn't have. No, we've lost 100%, but it would be nice to make it respectable, as I said before. If we can win the second half, that's an accomplishment, and it does make me nervous about this season ahead. Considering the fact that, yeah, I have made some signings, but I've basically just gotten rid of our wing-backs and brought in a new winger, which, can I say, was not a position that I desperately needed to improve upon. It was just because Madueke was up for so cheap, and I know he's so good, it would be stupid not to bring him in. But clearly, he wasn't that desperate to bring in because he hasn't played well in this game. But here goes Hickey, one of the debutants, trying to find a bit of space, plays it back into Timber, substitute, puts a ball into the mixer, holds there, substitute again, but heads it well over the bar, never really troubling the goalkeeper. Stevenson's another one of these players that has come in and he's just not quite been it recently, and that is disappointing because I really thought he might be the next big thing when I brought him in. And we might need to change a formation if things don't start in the season quite well, because I don't know if we're really maximising our potential with the players we have on the pitch, with the players that we have in our team. Gakpo's not even really an out-and-out striker, and he's the one that starts up top for us game in and game out. Maybe Stevenson deserves a bit more of a crack. Maybe Hall deserves a crack up top. Maybe the other guy that we brought in on deadline day that I thought was going to be this incredible player, but then I've gone on to play about once in the league. Not about once, literally once in the league. Maybe they deserve more game time too. I don't know, but it's certainly given me a lot to think about in this first game of the season. Got kind of a whole change of pace from what we've been doing recently, that's for sure. But a 4-0 slapping is not the way you want to start a season at all. And it's not only a terrible one to show you guys, it's a terrible one in terms of the video. It's now a 17-minute video, and I've still got to play the next game. I've got to tell you about the transfers I'm going to make in between. Well, probably won't be any transfers in between. I do hope I can get one done in terms of that centre back, but Wouldn't put a lot of money on it, to be honest. But here is Almada. Let's get a consolation goal. Come on, pick it up, boys. Gallagher's on it. He tries to play it into Williams, and he does. Pulls on it, plays it back into Williams. A bit of combo there. I don't mind to see it. And Gallagher's still obviously going to be playing beautifully for us, even though we are playing terribly. Trying to fight for the badge, trying to fight as the captain, and he goes for a shot. It is comfortably over the bar, I would say, and kind of a slow shot anyway. Never really going to trouble the goalkeeper. Hickey is coming off despite having glimpses of playing well. And Almada, not a player that I bring off very often, but he is going to be coming off. Give Bargy a bit of a crack in the team. And the reason why I'm now calling him Bargy instead of Rooney is because I saw that that Lelujo had him in his non-league to legend, and he was calling him Bargy. So I was like, oh, must be how you say it, and was conceded again. Really annoying. I was hoping we could actually, get a consolation goal and then say that we won the second half, but no, it's 1-0 in the second half. It's 5-0 on aggregate. It's 4-0 in the first half. It's not good. Not good at all. But 8 shots has been a massive pickup in the second half, but 5-0 is never a good result. I don't think you can take a lot of positives out of this game. All we can hope is that this next one against Chelsea is going to be half decent. It's not a great team to start the season off against, but I mean, we did win the league last year. We could beat anyone on our day last season. Can we beat them on our day next game? I mean, after this, anything's possible, but it's looking increasingly possible that we will lose. We'll probably lose at this point in time, but hey, it's a learning curve. We'll go again. Make some tweaks, make some changes to the tactic, make some changes to the people. I probably won't make a change to the tactic, actually. I'm just going to chalk this down as statistical improbabilities and leave it at that. I mean, I'm absolutely gutted to not win a trophy. I'm even madder about the result. But hey, you win some, you lose some, and who knows? We could make some transfers off camera. If not, probably not. Versus Chelsea. You're probably just going to see us versus Chelsea. Yeah, no, we didn't sign or sell anyone. We're kind of getting to the point where I've just realised this. Our team is just really good. Like, the players that we're selling, I don't even really want to sell. Like, I don't want to get rid of Edwards. I don't want to get rid of Mariba either. I want to see if he can reach that 4-star potential. But I'm just not going to play them. Gravenberch is not better than him. But I've just signed him, so he's obviously... Maybe I should just stop signing people I don't need. That's probably the answer. Actually, probably the answer. But we're ready to go against Chelsea. I made one change to the team and tactic, which seems like not enough. But actually, I'm going to bring Gillett in, because it turns out Umlay actually was lacking match sharpness. And Gillett is not, because he has played pre-season, clearly. And remember, this is the man we brought in last season. Didn't play a single game because we couldn't play a single game for him because he was in 2 teams. Hopefully, he's a decent player. I was looking at him all the way back when I bought, I want to say like Leo. I think it was Leo Grimmel, where I was tossing up between them two. And I ended up going with Leo. And Leo's not good enough for the team, so I sold him. That probably tells you a bit about Giller. Let's jump into it, though. This is going to be a better performance. Bargy's on the right-hand side. Mudrick's in the team. Obviously, because he wasn't it last time. And then the rest of the team are still in the team. Apart from Giller, he's now in. But I'm feeling good. And we're at home. We won the league last year. I think we didn't do great against Chelsea last year, though. They have quite a good team. Havertz, Lukaku, Kovacic, Kante, probably older though. Silva, Quartes coming back to the Prem. He must be 36. Yeah, no, I was right. He's getting on, but he's probably still got some serious ability about him. Mendy, Silva. Is that Thiago? It's not Thiago. No, I literally just saw it being not Thiago. Yeah, no, fair. Okay, let's focus on the game at hand. 10 minutes gone. We want a good start to the season. Because, look, to be honest, it was a massive upset that we won the Prem last year. Oh, that's painful. They never square it. And the one time they do, you miss an open goal, Gakpo. Yep, no wonder you've gone down to a 6.7. Oh, that's terrible. That's so bad. I was going to say, no one thought we were going to win the Prem last year. It was a bit of a Leicester City situation. And you know for a fact everyone's going, they're not going to do as well this year. They're not going to do as well this year. And I just want to prove them wrong now. Because, I remember when Leicester lost the first game of the season after they won it to Hull City, who had just been promoted, won by like 2-0 or something like that. It was not a good result. And I just don't need that to happen. Thank you. That would be nice. Mendes clears it long. Havertz trying to win the knockdown, but obviously Kai Havertz not exactly known for the best heading ability. Mudryk could be slightly offside there. I'm worried this is going to be disallowed if it goes in. It goes in. It's not been disallowed. Gakpo has scored. He's redeemed himself. He's scored a tap-in this time. This one, he's not really redeemed himself, actually. He's just scored a tap-in, which is good. But, I mean, it's a tap-in. He should have scored the other one too. Oh well. He scored it though. It is bouncing around for dear life all over the place. Ping-pong, the pinball, whatever you call it, everywhere. And eventually it's ended up in the back of the net. Mudryk with the great run, great ball in, put it into the danger area. And I actually am feeling very good about our team again. 11 shots to 0, 2.31 XG. Yeah, we might still have a chance of doing a decent job in this league. Williams is on it. Plays it into Ryder, who, by the way, sorry, I know the ball is floating in the mixer and could go anywhere. Ryder got offered to go to Bayern Munich. I think they only were willing to pay like 50 mil though, and to be honest, to take Ryder, you'd need to pay me something like 80 mil. I love that man. I knew no one was going to win that header, but the chance is still on. Giller out to Hickey. Hickey trying to find a player, finds Gakpo, who heads it, but comfortably into Mendy's hands. And is the highlight going on? I wouldn't mind if the highlight's going on, because they haven't scored, had a single shot, so I back us to have another highlight, like we have. Imagine the scenes. I tried to tap pause about 3 times there, so if you're wearing headphones, I guarantee you'll be able to hear that and experience my pain with me as I go. I don't have a camera, but I just made a face and I showed it, but yeah, that's right. If I do actions, you guys can't see it. That was probably not the best form of comedy I could have used. Maybe verbal comedy would have been better, but I'm sure you're now imagining whatever you imagine me to look like, trying to tap my keyboard, and that might be a bit entertaining for some of you. So, I'll take it. If I've entertained a couple of you, I will take it, and I'm absolutely thrilled with that first half now. That is, honestly, it could not have gone better. After the performance against Liverpool, this is what we needed. A dominant first half performance, lots of shots, lots of possession. Not lots of possession, apparently, actually, but lots of dominance. And we are clearly looking like the side that we were last season, once again, against a good Chelsea side. I'm saying that again. I'm doubling down on it. They are a good team, so we're doing a good job to be doing just as well. Eda Lewis, a man that I think is going to be playing a lot more football this year, is coming on, as well as Armley. Giller playing a 6.4, maybe not the best rating of all time, but to be fair, hasn't had anything to do, so I'm sure he'll take a clean sheet to start his career off at West Bromwich Albion. We've got some tired wingers, so I think we need to bring Madueke on. Madueke deserves a crack in the first team. Baggies hasn't done anything bad, but not really done anything noteworthy either, so he's coming off. Gakpo's also coming off for Stevenson, because I do think that man deserves some more game time. I think he needs some time to brew, to give opportunity to. He'll get one goal off the bench, and then I feel like he will go, and he'll start scoring them off the bench, and eventually he'll be pushing for that first team spot. I'll have problems in my mind. Is it going to happen here? Stevenson goes for it, and it's off the post. Williams would have loved to see that go in the back of the net for a debut assist, but not quite happened. I am going to bring Williams off, actually. And the beauty of Hickey, either footed, you can put him on either side, and right now I think he is the better of the two players, so keeping him on, and Silas coming onto the left back spot. They have had some more shots now, but not enough to get a goal, and a 1-0 win is massively against what the XG suggests should have happened, but I will take it. It is a win. It's what we needed. I'm very happy with the performance. We have £54 million in the bank account, and we are going to go out and make some signings off camera, but for now, it has been a long video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have enjoyed it, smash the like button on today's episode, as well as subscribing to the Rex of Room YouTube channel so you don't miss more Football Manager content coming your way. Oh, Marcus Edwards, I'm not accepting anything anywhere close to that, so yeah, maybe he will be staying at the football club. And if he does, maybe I'll loan out Hall. I might loan out Hall because I don't start him. He needs first team football. I might be loaning out Hall, but that's an update for the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, see you all later.